it's Anna, also known as That Star Wars Girl, and today I'm going to be talking about mansplaining.
Oh shit, here we go again.
Hello guys and welcome to another video. So today's video is quite an interesting one for me because it's a first on this channel, I believe, because normally when I make these videos where I'm sort of looking at a channel and criticising them, it's always a channel that I don't like for many reasons or whatever, but today that's not the case because I'm actually going to talk about a YouTuber whose videos I enjoy. Still do, despite what I'm going to talk about today, I still enjoy her content. I'm talking about a YouTuber by the name of That Star Wars Girl. I've watched her videos for quite a while. She's been on YouTube for a couple of years, and I've followed most of the stuff she posts. It interests me because a lot of her views are very similar to mine. And what I find really appealing about her channel and her content is that she talks about things like that affect men within Star Wars and other kind of entertainment aspects. Like, you know, how people are like pushing their own politics down our throats these days. You know, like how Star Wars has become very like, well, look at Rey. She's like, basically, because she's a woman, she's the best thing ever. Kathleen Kennedy has basically made Star Wars, the whole franchise, a massive feminist movement. You know what I'm talking about, right? Feminism should be about equality, but it's kind of leaning towards the way of women are better than men. And, you know, people like Brie Larson and all that sort of, they spread that kind of message out there. And Anna, her name's Anna, sorry, the Star Wars girl, she addresses that. And I think it's great that we have females out there talking about this sort of stuff. Like, wait a minute, this is fucked up. You're only doing this to spread, like, your political agenda, you know, for feminism, regardless of how it affects the story and makes the movie bad or whatever. And it's good to have a female talking about that, because if I were to talk about it and say, oh, they ruined Star Wars because they're pushing their feminist agenda, people would be like, look at that guy, look at that man, he's just mad because, you know, men aren't dominating this film or whatever. Oh, typical male, go cry, blah, blah, blah. All that sort of shit. I mean, look at, like, the fucking, that Charlie's Angels movie that came out recently. Not many people went to go see it. And Elizabeth Banks was coming out going, oh, yeah, it's because men don't like seeing movies with female leads. Like, what the fuck? Like, what about fucking the Aliens films? What about, like, fucking Wonder Woman? Well, I don't... But do you know what I mean? But people like us come out and say that. Men come out and say that, and it's like, yeah, look at the men crying because... Yeah, anyway, I'm going off the topic. So Anna kind of talks about this sort of stuff, and it's good, like, to have a female person, a female YouTuber talk about this kind of thing. Now, in preparation for what I'm about to talk about, I find that when I make videos on female YouTubers, Susie Lou mainly, there's, like, a lot more people get pissed at me. Like, if I talk about a male YouTuber, everyone's like, oh, whatever, fuck that guy. Start talking about a woman, and then there's, like, loads of, like, fucking white knights that jump up. So in anticipation of that, I am going to identify as a woman for the rest of this video, and I'll go back to being a man at the end, so you can't say anything about me, you know. It's basically a woman talking about another woman at this point. I'm not changing my voice, it's going to stay the same. It's a joke, by the way, no need to get offended. But it would be useful to identify as a woman because I'm talking about a video that she posted the other day called Destroying Mansplainers on my channel. And you can see the thumbnail says Destroying #mansplaining. So I think if I'm a man and I'm talking about what's wrong with this video, then I'm basically, air quotes, mansplaining. So let's just pretend I'm a woman, shall we? So that, because heaven forbid I have an opinion on this just because I'm a fucking man. Right, anyway. So, looking at the thumbnail, not reading the title, where it says Destroying #mansplaining, I saw that at first and I thought, oh cool, she's going to make a little video about where she's talking about how mansplaining's stupid. How the word mansplaining is fucking ridiculous. I mean, it's up there with manspreading. What? Oh, you can't explain something to a woman because you're a man and that's sexist. What the fuck? It's ridiculous. Anyway, that's what I thought she was going to talk about. But no, what's happened is she made a video recently, well, this video, sorry, talking about how some guy called her out on swearing too much and stuff. I'll play a clip from it now.
So, let's read what Dennis had to say. Sweetie, You really just need to slow down. Talking fast doesn't help your argument. Cussing every other word only hints at your lack of the use of the English language. Sorry, but go home.
Now don't get me wrong, this guy sounds like a massive cunt. His comment is massively condescending. Just by opening by saying sweetie, I think is like fucking douchey. It's kind of like you know, oh you fucking little idiot. I think it comes across as very condescending. But if a female made this comment, it would be equally as condescending. How is it worse? Because you've even got hashtag mansplaining written underneath. Now, she does actually in her pinned comment sort of make an explanation as to why she used the term mansplaining. I am going to get to that in a bit. But I think that kind of falls flat, her argument for using the term. But yeah, at this point, totally agree. This guy is a massive cunt, it seems. He seems like he's a condescending little like piece of shit. But it makes no difference to the fact that he's a man. There are twats, right? There are twats everywhere, and they're male and female. And this guy's a twat. You don't have to bring his gender into the fucking argument. Also about this comment, I'll say, though it's a condescending comment, if this is the sort of comment where you feel the need that you need to make a video on it, you need to get a backbone. This is nothing. You should see the comments I get, man. Fucking hell. It's unbelievable. And, like, I don't go on about it. I get comments like this every day and they don't even bat an eyelid. Like, on my Twitter, I post the most hilarious sort of negative comments towards me because they make me laugh. This wouldn't even make the cut for me. It's just like, if you think this is kind of worth making a video. Now, I get that you think that you're talking about it because he raised a point that you wanted to address about you using foul language. But the fact that you're out here, like, calling him out, saying he's a mansplainer, I don't know, man. It makes no difference. I mean, the other day on one of my Susie Lou videos, I had an angry comment from a female viewer, right? And it makes no difference whether she's. Imagine if I posted a video after this female viewer made this comment, and I put this comment on the screen and said, "Oh, look at this girl. She's angry at me. She must be on her period." And I put that in the title. You'd be like, "Whoa. What a sexist piece of shit. Why did he have to bring the fact that she might be on her period? What a piece of shit." And you'd be right, because that would be a really cunty thing for me to say. But I would never fucking say that. Because the angry comment that girl left me could have easily have been a guy. And it was a douchey comment that she left, but it had nothing to do with her gender. I get douchey comments from men. So why would I make a point of addressing her gender like you have here?
I like how it's my lack of the English language, yet you don't even know how to put a period at the end of your sentence. Lovely. So I'm getting mansplained because I speak too fast, and I've tried my hardest to slow down as much as possible.
You're not getting mansplained. You're getting a condescending, cunty comment from a viewer that happens to be a man. This is YouTube, man. You get cunty comments all the fucking time. His gender doesn't have anything to do with it. Idiots come in all genders and races. Trust me.
Well, Dennis, I clicked on your thing. You don't have a YouTube channel. You don't make videos. So let me explain to you how this works, because I understand not everyone knows.
I mean, right now, could we not say that you're literally about to womansplain to Dennis? Like, this Dennis is a fucking idiot. But it could just be easy for us to turn around and go, "Oh my god, look at Anna, she's womansplaining to Dennis because she thinks she's better than him, she's talking down to him." What's to stop someone from making that argument? Because literally you're not. You're just explaining to Dennis the situation in a way that Dennis was explaining to you his grievance. And don't get me wrong, again, I'm not siding with Dennis because it would have been better if Dennis just left a comment saying some shit like, "I noticed you've been swearing a lot recently in your videos and I'm a massive pussy, so this offends me." Like, that would have been better. You know, not something so condescending like, "Hey, sweetie, you blah, 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 blah." But, again, you know, you're explaining to him, so what's the difference between you explaining to him and him explaining to you, other than the fact he's being condescending? It's got nothing to do with his fucking gender.
And sometimes, yes, I do go over. I usually go to 12 to 14 minutes on my videos, but I have to fit, you know, an hour's worth of talking points into a 10-minute video. So yes, I have to talk fast to get to all those points. So, and yes, this is me mansplaining to the mansplainer himself, Dennis.
I like that. This is me mansplaining to the mansplainer himself. So you're able to mansplain even though you're a woman. So effectively the definition, what is the definition of mansplaining? Let's have a look. The explanation of something by a man, typically to a woman, in a manner regarding as condescending or patronising. So, you're able to do it as well. So basically, the definition of mansplaining is being Why is it called mansplaining? So a woman, by your logic, can mansplain because you just are mansplaining to the mansplainer. So why is it even called mansplaining then if a woman can do it? I mean, I get that there is a thing called womansplaining, but that was obviously just made because people started using the term mansplaining, like, to sort of throw it back, and you shouldn't use the term womansplaining either. It's just called being condescending. You could have easily have just said, and yes, I'm being as condescending to Dennis as he is to me. Or, you know, just, yeah, I'm trying to explain to this condescending idiot. You know, it just makes no sense. Like I said, you don't need to bring the gender into it. And from you, someone who, and don't know, I know people are going to say, oh, why are you making a big deal out of this? Especially because she sort of talked about it and, in a way, apologised, kind of, in her pinned comment. Why are you making a big deal out of it? Get that all the time, right? And it's fucking hilarious. Most people wouldn't have even made it this far in the video that are going to say this, by the way. Making a video, giving your opinion on something, isn't a big deal. I don't understand. Like, if I went out and tried a new flavour of crisps and didn't like it, and I made a video saying I don't like this flavour of crisps, that's not a big deal. Why are you making a big deal? It's not a big deal. You think this is hard work? Fucking, it isn't hard work, mate. Jesus Christ, you clearly know nothing. Like, anyway, but that's going off on a bit of a tangent. So, yeah, the point is, from someone like you, from my perspective, someone who's watched your videos and enjoy them, and I still do, this isn't I now hate your videos, it's disappointing to me. And then I'd be like, oh, like I give a fuck if one person is disappointed in me, whatever, I don't give a shit, man. Like, literally, same with my videos, like, not everyone's going to agree with everything I say on this channel, which is fair enough. I don't want them to. I want people to have their own minds and opinions and shit. And this is my opinion. I'm disappointed because I kind of watch your videos to go, it's nice to hear a female talk about the bullshit that men kind of are going through at the minute. Not like it's, I'm trying to make out like all men are oppressed or whatever, but there is a lot of shit going down. It's gone a bit too far the other way now, and with feminism. And it's nice to hear Anna sort of point this out, because when a man points out, no one cares. When a woman says this shit, people actually fucking listen. And it is disappointing to see you use term mansplaining. Also, you do say in this video, which I found kind of funny, and another reason I was kind of like, what the fuck, is you go on to say something like, I don't understand if people don't like something on YouTube, don't watch it.
And that's one of the things that I don't understand. If I don't like something, I don't watch it. I don't see why, especially when it's YouTube, especially when you're not paying for something. Why would you sit there and put yourself through something if you don't like it? And then, you know, be an asshole about it in the comments. I don't understand.
I think that argument is bullshit. First of all, the same logic could be applied to your content. You don't like the Disney Star Wars trilogy. Neither do I. They're shit. But what's to stop fucking J.J. Abrams or Kathleen Kennedy making a video going, I don't get why this Star Wars girl is slagging off the Disney trilogy. If she doesn't like them, don't watch them. No, this is the internet, man. You can talk about stuff you don't like and shit. And yeah, I know you're saying, well, YouTube's free, and especially when something's free on YouTube, you don't have to watch it. Well, this guy, like I said, he's a condescending twat or whatever. He didn't word his comment very well. This guy could be like me. Like, he's been, don't like it, don't watch it, right? I watched this video because I'm a fan of all your other videos that I've seen. I saw this video, and I thought I'd like it as well. And then I didn't like it. So, what? You're saying to me, you shouldn't have watched it? How was I supposed to know I didn't like the video? Oh, because it said mansplaining in the title. Like I said in the thumbnail, I thought you were going to be, like, owning people that mansplained, because that's more your kind of style, in my opinion. But, yeah, anyway, now, I want to just look at the pinned comment that Anna put on her video real quick. Right, I've got it on the screen now, obviously. It's quite long, so pause if you want to read the whole thing, or you can go to her video. I will leave a link to her video, by the way. I think you should watch it to kind of get the whole, story of what she's talking about. So I'm just going to skim through this the best I can. So it says, to everyone who's offended by my terminology, either A, you didn't watch the video all the way through. Well, I did watch the video all the way through, so yeah, but I totally get what you're saying. There's going to be people that won't watch this video all the way through and probably would have already wrote something like, leave her alone, or something, some fucking, like, loser in the comment. That happens all the time, especially with the Susie Lou videos. People don't watch the video all the way through and they post something that I've covered in the video. Yeah, I get where you're coming from with that, but me, I watch your video all the way through. B, you're sensitive because of a previous bad experience because of political BS, which I agree is BS. Right, yeah. For me, I'm just disappointed that mansplaining doesn't seem like the sort of terminology that someone like you would use unless you were using it to kind of make fun of others for using it. But we'll go on because I know you get to that, right? I guess I'll clarify my point. Like I said in the video, I get a lot of ridiculous comments. This one, however, condescending, had valid points that had been brought up previously, which after seeing this comment I decided to address. I used the term mansplaining because the concept in itself is ridiculous, just like the comment I reference in the video. That is such a fucking bullshit statement. You used the word mansplaining because you saw this absurd comment and thought, well, this deserves an absurd sort of reaction, and I'm going to use the term mansplaining because I think it's absurd and because the comment's absurd. That's fucking stupid. That is mind-numbingly dumb. I'm sorry, but it is, and I don't believe that for 1 second. I think you used it genuinely, like, because you thought he's being condescending and he's a man and he's talking down to you, which I get because he used the word sweetie, and I get why you might come to that conclusion. And I think that you saw the backlash from your comment section, and you've come out with this excuse. Hey, I could be wrong. That's just my opinion, and I think it's a bit of a catty thing. I think you should own it. Either come out and say, yeah, that was wrong of me to say that, or to go, no, fuck you, he is mansplaining, whatever. I think there's a bit of a cop-out, personally. My use of the word mansplaining was only geared at the certain individual whose comment I referenced because he made unbelievably stupid argument, so I used an unbelievably stupid term to further expose the ridiculousness of the entire thing. Yeah, like I said, I don't buy that for 1 fucking second, and that is like a really... To say that it's just geared towards that one, it's still a term you're saying basically because of his gender that it's mansplaining. So that's absolutely ridiculous. And given your content, it makes no sense. I'll get to that in a minute though. Yeah, I'm just skimming through now. I don't know if there's anything. I didn't mean any offense, as most of you are. I can be very sarcastic, and I think it's a stupid word as much as the next person. Which I think, you know, at the end, it's almost like you're apologising, which is good. And I'm glad that you think it's a stupider word. That's kind of restored my faith. But you did still use it. And I thought it's appropriate to use this instance to prove the ridiculousness of the whole thing. So blah, 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 blah. Like I said, you can read the whole thing if you want. So the defence here is basically, it's a ridiculous word, which it is. And you're using it because you got a ridiculous comment. Now, looking at your comments here, which I'll put on the screen now. Obviously, your viewer base didn't approve of this, and obviously this is why you made the pin comment addressing it. Now, what makes me laugh is, how did you think that it was going to go down well? Like, you say this guy's saying you're not intelligent because you talk too fast. Well, I don't think it was the most intelligent thing to use the term mansplaining on your channel with your audience and not think that, you know, you just think everything would be great with it. I mean, that boggles my mind personally, because there's going to be a lot of people like me in your audience that like to listen to you because you talk about, you know, the bullshit that men are targeted in, like, the entertainment industry and etc. and etc. So there's going to be a lot of people like me that, and you use the term mansplaining, which is going to piss people off. There's one comment that I really liked, just on a... someone put, mansplaining isn't a thing. You were the chosen one. You were supposed to destroy the feminists, not join them. I thought that was a really clever Star Wars related comment, so props to that guy. Yeah, I mean, that's really weird that you would basically back men that are targeted by this kind of toxic feminist wave, and then use this term and be surprised by it. I mean, imagine if I made videos on body shaming, and I was like, yeah, don't let anyone bring you down with your bodies, yada, 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 you look beautiful no matter what, and then someone leaves a comment being condescending to me, and then I make a video on it going, look at this fatty with his man boobs telling me that I'm an idiot and being condescending to me. What a fat piece of shit. Look at him, Jabba the Hutt. Like, you'd be like, whoa, Jesus, you're making videos about body shaming. And then I'm like, well, what's the big deal? I only called him, made fun of his man titties because it was ridiculous. And the comment he made to me was ridiculous. You'd be like, Jesus. And it's also like the same sort of thing, like putting it on a male-female perspective. If I, like I said before, if a female left me a comment, an angry comment, and I went, oh, look at her, she's on her period, you'd be like, well, maybe she's just genuinely angry with the video. What a sexist thing to say, which it would be. And it applies here with the term mansplaining. But anyway, like I said, some people are going to go, oh, why are you making a big deal out of it? I'm not making a big deal out of it. It's just making a video and a point. And I still like Anna's videos, and I'll still continue to watch them. This isn't a diss at her, and I recommend her videos. They're very good, and yeah, she does normally have like her head screwed on straight. I just think this is, everyone makes mistakes, don't they? But there you go. And like I say, you can't say anything because I identify as a woman during this video. I'm even wearing a pair of woman's slacks, and I feel really confident. I don't know how many people get that reference. But yeah, I'd love to know, honestly, I'd love to know more than anything in this video. What are your guys' thoughts on terms like manspreading and mansplaining? Like, it just seems fucking ridiculous. But there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And the next one will be a DSP one. So for those of you asking about it, yeah, it's coming. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. And I will see you next time. Cheers, guys.